sound affronted. Well, the quiet rolling across their connection did. I wasn't trying to sound black. I was trying to sound like you. Sean winced. Crap. Blakely sounded pissed and hurt. Okay, sorry, little man. I'm kind of tense here because I could swear I just saw Cal as I turned off of Commerce Street. Blakely chuckled, ill humor dispelled. Oh, that's good. He probably went up to the Starbucks that way to get coffee. He'll be there for at least 20 to 40 minutes, depending on if the cute counter guy is working. Sean stumbled. What? Blakely laughed again, and this time, Sean could hear the sound's dark edge. You actually expected him to live in a vacuum after you totally rocked his world and then just split? For fuck's sake, conceited much? I clearly recall telling you he was trying to move on, and that if you wanted a chance, you needed to stop dragging your damn feet. Not that either you or I think you deserve another chance, but this is about what will make Cal happy, and not what either of us thinks you deserve, right? Sean's heart squeezed tight, breaths coming harder than they should this early in the run. Damn it, Blakely, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt either of you. The line buzzed, and for a handful of seconds, Sean thought Blakely had hung up on him. Well, just make it right with Cal. You do that, and I'll call us even. Sean swallowed against a suddenly dry mouth. Yeah, about that. I'll try my best, Blakely. I hope he's as forgiving as he used to be. Blakely snorted. He's not. Some asshole took his virginity in his heart and then ran first thing the next morning. Happened a couple of years ago. The worst part was the fucker seems to have kidnapped his best friend, too. Sean stumbled again, though the shoulder of the road was smooth and even. Damn, Blakely, don't sugarcoat things like that. Tell me how you really feel. Blakely laughed, his tone losing a fraction of the meanness. Yeah, whatever. Save your breath for your running and for pleading your case with Calvin. Man, if you fuck this up, I'll dump your body in the ore docks, because I'm pretty sure he can't take you breaking him again. Sean grimaced. Blakely, if I fuck this up, you won't have to. I'll already be gut shot, and you can just sit back and watch me suffer. After a long pulse of silence, a thick groan slid over the line. I hate it when you say shit that keeps me from just hating you. Sean nodded, then rolled his eyes. Blakely had no way of seeing him. I know, I hate it too. And you ought to just hate me. I would. I do. Blakely grunted. Yeah. Enough of that shit. You just get your ass here and maybe practice up on groveling, even though we both know you're not going to need to. Just fucking say the words, tell him you're a dick forever leaving, tell him all that stuff you've been telling me for the past 2 years. Then tell him you've been in love with him forever. That's all he's ever wanted, Sean. You tell him that, and no matter how pissed he is, he'll cave. Sean's breath stuttered, and this time when he stumbled, he went all the way down to one knee, scraping it raw. Shit, little man. Just pull my innards out with an old spoon, why don't you? Blakely gave another dark laugh. I'm just giving you the facts, Sean. Make it right first. Then you can spend the next 8 making up for the last 8. Okay? Sean pushed back to his feet, wincing and flicking bits of gravel out of his knee. Okay, I can live with that. See you in about half an hour, little man. Blakely snorted. Yeah, see you then, Sean. Be safe. Try not to fall down anymore. I hurt you. And seriously, Cal's not gonna dig it if you show up all bloody, okay? Bye. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Past tense, feeling good, Nina Simone style. Sean set Calvin down, holding on to him with one hand while he used the other to strip everything down to the foot of the bed. And then he laid Cal in the center of those navy sheets. The picture wasn't perfect, not with Cal still wearing pants, but even so it came damn close. Sean had his hands unsnapping and unzipping Cal's pants in record time. Fingers pushing under the lightweight wool of his pants, he grasped the edge of Cal's briefs and pulled them down along with those pants. He pulled off his socks too, making a throaty, growling noise as his eyes drank in the sight of Cal's creamy skin laid out on those dark sheets. Calvin drew in shaky sounding breath. His eyes kept going wide and his lips trying to turn up in a smile, but trembling too much to succeed. Sean remembered Cal hadn't done this before, so he reined in his rampant desires. Cupping Cal's cheek, Sean bent and pressed a soft kiss to those trembling lips. Then he stepped back from the bed, but not far. Just far enough for Cal to see everything. Watch. Watch what you do to me, Cal. Cal rolled to his side, pushing up on one elbow. Sean didn't try to be sexy or seductive. He just started at the top, pulling the leather thong from his braids and then working his way down. He discarded every item of clothing he encountered until he was as bare as Cal. Then he held his hands away from his sides and stepped back to the bed. All of this, all of me, is for you, Cal. Touch me. Cal's eyes flashed up, meeting Sean's as he gnawed on his bottom lip. Sean crawled up the bed until he was braced on all fours above Cal, and Cal rolled to his back, eyes wide again and breaths coming in quick pants. Why don't I start? And you can copy whatever you want to. You don't have to do anything you aren't comfortable doing. I want you to tell me if you like or don't like something. Sean dipped down, pressing his lips lightly to Cal's. Calvin nodded quickly. I like that when you kiss me, but do it more. He smiled, and Sean knew this would be perfect, even if they didn't get all the steps right. He lowered himself in a half push-up position, rolling his hips against Calvin's in a light, teasing move. Cal whined, sounding needy. Sean's breath sped up and his cock jumped. He rested more of his weight on Cal. Put your legs back around me, Cal. Calvin opened his mouth to answer, and Sean took advantage of the opportunity to plunder. He felt like a pirate, wicked, intent on ravishing his beautiful captive. He let out a laugh. Cal pushed against his chest. Sean lifted up, shocked to find a pinched, unhappy expression on Cal's face. If you're laughing, I must be doing everything wrong. He turned his head to the side, and Sean could feel Cal's cock softening against his leg. Damn. No, Cal. I'm not laughing at you. I remember... Damn it. Don't you remember me telling you about my friend Jeannie and her obsession with historical romance? Calvin raised both eyebrows. Yeah, sure. And this is important. Why? Sean pressed dozens of tiny kisses over Calvin's neck, jaw, and face as he continued. She makes me read them too. She said she wanted somebody to understand. So I started to read them for her, and, well, some of them are really good. And just now, before I laughed that first time, I felt like a pirate. He did not add the part about ravishing Cal. A man had to have some pride. Cal's eyes got bigger, and then he sucked in a huge breath, and he lay there, howling with laughter until Sean brought his laugh fest to an abrupt end by shimmying down the bed and taking Cal's cock in his mouth. Oh my God! Sean looked up at Cal, smiling with his eyes. Cal lifted and then dropped his head back to the bed with a thump, hands opening and closing sporadically. Sean kept both hands on Cal's hips to keep any thrusting to a minimum. He pulled off long enough to check the essentials. Lube? I presume you have lube? Cal's head popped back up. Don't stop, oh God, don't stop, that feels amazing. Sean chuckled, leaning up to place a kiss on the curve of Cal's hip. Focus here, Cal. I need you to either tell me where the lube is or just get it for me. Getting is probably best because otherwise I have to stop and go to my room to get some. Cal tried to roll over, but Sean's hands on his hips stopped him. Let me get the lube! Sean scooted to one side, releasing his hold on Cal cautiously, and Cal wriggled up to the top of the bed, scrambling in his nightstand, coming up with an economy-sized bottle of gun oil and a strip of condoms. The sight of the condoms brought a frown to Sean's face. I thought you were a virgin. Cal's face went scarlet. I thought I should be prepared. Sean's mind flashed to a picture of the smug blonde he'd sent to the hospital the night before. He ground his teeth together, sucking in shallow breaths before he responded. It's always good to be safe, Cal. Even with me, always. Yep, safety first. Cal sighed, rolling back towards him and curling around. You're mad. Sean was being a dick. Yeah, sorry I am a little mad. The guy wasn't good enough for you, Cal. You gotta hold out for the best, okay? The silence lasted long enough that Sean slid up the bed until they lay face to face. Okay? Cal jutted his lower lip out, eyes turning away. Okay, fine. I'll be a damn Boy Scout. But for now, do you think we can get back to the part where my dick was in your mouth? I really like that part a lot. Sean smirked. Yeah, we can do that. And when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. Past perfect. Sexual healing. Calvin could not believe he was lying naked in his bed with an equally naked Sean. Sean surrounded him, pressed him down into the firm mattress. His warm, spicy scent filled Cal's head as Sean bit down on his bottom lip, tugged gently, and then released it with a little growl. I love the way your pale skin looks against these sheets. Oh, that was hot. Embarrassing, but hot. The evidence of just how much Sean loved looking at Cal was rubbing thick and hard along Cal's shaft. He'd only changed the sheets because after Sean touched him so reverently the other night, he spent the whole night beating off. And by this morning, his sheets were pretty rank, so new sheets had kind of been necessary. Cal opened his mouth, intending to tell Sean how much he loved his weight on him, but the words came out totally different. Yeah, I had to change them. After you put your hands on me, I couldn't get my dick to stay down no matter what I did, so I just played choke the chicken a lot. Sean's eyes got hotter even as one side of his mouth kicked up in a lazy smile. Seriously? Choke the chicken? Cal squeezed his eyes shut, certain it was actually possible to die of embarrassment. He was going to be the documented case. Oh, God. Sean, kill me now before I say something else that completely eviscerates my manhood. Sean just laughed. His laugh rolled over Cal like sun-warmed honey. Oh, I don't think so, Calvin. I'm into a fair amount of kinky shit, but necrophilia is definitely out. I enjoy hearing you gasp and moan too much to deny myself that pleasure. Hey, here. You can still do the splits, can't you? Confusion swamped Cal, until he realized that Sean was actually lifting one of his legs up to rest over the other man's shoulders. Yeah, but what? Oh. Somehow, during Sean's last spate of talking, and It probably helped that Cal's eyes had been closed in mortification. He'd managed to sneak in opening the lube and coating the fingers of one hand. Or at least he coated one of those fingers, the finger that was busily sliding in a circle around the tightly furrowed muscles guarding the entrance to Cal's ass. Oh, that's why. Cal looked at Sean, watching the man's strong jaw clench and his forehead bead with sweat, even as that same faintly smug look stole over his features. No, Cal, this is why.